Broadcasting live from sunny South Florida, and the best way to start your Saturday. This is KMA Talk Radio. Life, liberty, and the pursuit of fine cigars. And now your KMA crew. The man with the scoop, William Cooper. Alex the Goat Tavella. And always telling it like it is, Honest Abe Dababneh.
I like to smoke them like the Winston Churchill, like John Kennedy, yeah. Remember Coach Red Auerbach, smoked up for victory, yeah. Well, you can take my wife, you can take my car, but you can't take my big cigar. My cigar.
Good morning to all our loyal listeners, libertarians, and lovers of the leaf. Honest Abe here, and we are broadcasting live. KMA episode number 608. Could be 609, might be 607, but right now we're going to say it's 608. As always, I'm here with my trusted crew, the man we call the GOAT, Alex Tavella.
Don't ask me. It's not my job.
Right? Our dear friend always bringing us industry news, teaser, and rumor-free William the Scoop Cooper. And none other than our lovely friend from the other side of the coast, other side of the state, on the other coast, Jessica Brandt. Good morning, everybody.
Morning.
Good morning. Can I start the show off with a complaint?
Yeah, why not?
Why not?
Please. But just even before, I'm disheveled today. I didn't
got a
sleep.
green cup. That's funny.
Huh? Oh, you got a green
Yeah,
cup?
green cup.
The green cup will do that. Is this everybody's iPhone thing? Because this really pisses me the hell off. Does it do this to everybody? Like, I'm going to, this scenario. Jessica sends me a video, right? And then when
HIEC?
No, that's not my, but it's a bigger, when I save the video, it saves it in my library, the date that that Jess took it, not fucking as the most recent saved video in my.
Mine was doing that for a while.
Yeah.
It doesn't do it anymore.
Mine's doing it
Really?
too. Yeah, mine does it too.
Yeah, which, you know what? Usually not bad, but you send me a picture from the Great Smoke a week ago, and I'm at the Great. There's a lot of fucking pictures in my. I got to go find this thing.
And then also it will save it in a different folder as if you downloaded it. It's like a whole separate folder, which is weird. Yeah. iPhone problems.
Yeah.
First world problems. Well, all right. Starting off, what's everybody smoking today?
I'll go first. I'm smoking the Red Meat Lovers Club, the filet mignon this morning.
Aha.
So, yeah.
Good
cigar. And then I have a polpetta in case I go through this one. Like a little polpetta.
Coffee.
Yeah, you got your
Ooh, that's a good one.
Wawa coffee. Got my
Alex
Wawa
was tried and true.
Yep. I went go floor 30th today.
30.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
So when I was in Tampa, Valentine's Day weekend, we went to the parade.
Parade, right? Yeah.
You know, and I go to other cigar shops out. You know, I'm trying to find something that I want to try that's not, you know, regularly either in my humidor or something I haven't had in a while. And
I got to say, though, before you go, isn't that kind of the fun in going to somebody else's shop?
I know, but it's also not that easy.
It is also not steady, but it's kind of the fun. Like,
Yeah.
maybe there's something exciting in here that we don't have.
Yeah, it's not that easy. Usually when we go to other cigar shops.
Usually it's like, oh, they still have this. That's usually what it is, right?
That's what
oh
it
my
is.
God. Right.
Yes. But I did find something I haven't had in a long time. And I started smoking. I used to love it, smoked it all the time. I probably hadn't had one. God, I'm going to say over 15 years maybe. And I bought a couple to smoke that weekend. And like, I went back and I bought like a handful of them. I got the old 858 Sungrown though.
858 Sungrown?
Yeah.
Oh, I used to smoke those.
Bro,
great.
I forgot how good these are.
They were
really are
$8.
good.
They were like $8 for the longest. I don't know how much they are now, but they're probably not too much more.
I don't know. I paid for it in Tampa, so I probably overpaid a little bit.
But they were like an $8, $8.50 cigar for the longest time. They're so good.
But I got
They really are.
sometimes it's the small things, you know.
Yeah.
I hate like these barcode seals that really give you a hard time preventing you to open the cello. But Fuente's got this, like, I mean, this camera, it's not fucking, it's a brand new fucking camera too.
Yeah.
But it's got this perforation here. So the barcode's actually made to snap apart with the bottom half. And it's just a very, very easy.
You don't know how many times. It's like,
Yeah.
you got to. When we used to have to label, don't put the label over the fold. They're going to rip it and hand it to you. Don't put the label over the fold.
But this one doesn't rip it.
Because it's got to press perfect. That's what I mean. It's just that extra little things that makes Fuente.
Yeah, at some cigar shops they have to label them themselves, and they would go over.
Yeah, well, we used to have to do that for stuff that. Well, there's still some stuff that wouldn't come with UPCs. So we have our own labels. But I tell them, put it on the back of the cigar. Don't put it over the fold. The guy's going to rip the fold and hand you the wrapper, and you're going to have to look it up anyway.
I know.
We got a lot of guys smoking some really good cigars today out there.
We got a lot of guys that smoke really good cigars every day.
Queen's Pearl is a good
Queen's
one.
Pearl is really good.
Yeah. The 20th.
Ooh, that's another oldie.
Ooh, a Hemingway signature. Go, Donald.
Maduro. West Tampa had their first showing at the Great Smoke this year, and they were they really actually did a very nice job. Also, they had one of the event parties at the store afterwards. I think they did.
They had a good after party too, right?
They had a nice after party. I mean,
I always worry about the after party because the after party's tough. You know what I mean? Everybody's been buying, drinking, partying all day, but
I think for a lot of these guys, it's not just about selling. I mean, obviously they want to sell their product, but they get some one-on-one time with these people because it's very hard when they're in a room with 32 other manufacturers. So, especially for a guy like Rick, who's been in the industry for a long time and knows a lot of people, it's just a really good time for him to really just kind of get some one-on-one time without,
Yeah, and his new rep was with him too.
Yeah,
and he was really nice.
Instead of having to fight for the spotlight with 32 other companies. So I had to take my cap off with my fingernail because for years I would bite the cap off, and I would bite it off with such precision you really would think a cutter would do it. And my wife, if we ever went out, Brandy would give me her cigar to cut hers, and I would cut mine, and we'd light them up. I had some teeth work done. I fucking can't bite a cigar anymore. The fucking
it's not quite
too
not
rounded.
And 50 years of biting cigars.
Yeah,
it's all,
the 40 years of grinding to a point is gone, and I got these rounded teeth, and I fucking can't bite a cigar anymore. It's actually aggravating.
Welcome to your 50s.
Yeah.
Nobody fucking told me about that side effect.
Oh,
I gotta go see the good doctor soon.
So, anyways, I think it's official this year. I think undoubtedly you were at the Great Smoke.
well, it depends.
It depends.
Depends on who you ask.
I was at the Great Smoke, but the people who didn't see me were all in the VIP section, because basically, and I totally understand it. You have great table, great seat. They're not leaving the VIP area. So there was only one person. There was only one person who wasn't in the VIP area who didn't see me.
I gotta tell you something. I gotta tell you something. Those VIP people bought a lot of cigars.
Early on, I heard early on
leave the VIP area at some area. I think people just are enjoying this ongoing thing of whether or not you're really there every year.
Well, I think so, but I was also told from a lot of manufacturers that they bought early.
One thing I noticed when VIP comes in, half of them go to their seats, half of them go bag in hand right to the booths. Mm-hmm. They want first dibs on what's over there.
Yeah, there's a lot of people. A lot of people told me they were at the
half of them. They know there's a seat. They don't care where it's at in there. Half of them go right to the booth to see what they got.
Our shipping department this year actually was backwards. Last year they got slammed toward the end of the event. This year they got slammed like right away. 45 minutes after the VIP all had time. They just wanted to get their stuff, dump it off at the shipping station, and be done with it for the day,
and then go relax, right? Be able to party for the day.
So
the only disappointment I had was normally you can go and there's not a ton of shirt sizes left, but there's usually a decent amount of sizes too. There was none. There was like 3X was left, and I was like, "Whoa!" Everybody bought shirts this year, and I was like, I should have went early, but I was like, "Oh, I got time." No time. They were gone.
T-shirts is a number we can never get down right. No matter what we do.
It's a hard.
We have too much left at the end of the year, too little left at the end of the year. But I think what happened too was my daughter was manning that station, and she was right by the shipping station. All these people waiting in line. Oh, hey, you want a hat? You want a shirt? And everybody just, hey, I'm shipping stuff. Might as well grab a hat and a shirt.
Yep.
Yeah, and I mean, listen, and just credit to everybody, and thank you for the support. Well, we ran out of everything. We ran out of water. We ran out of shopping bag. We ran out of everything. Like,
This
thank
year,
you, and that's a thank you to you guys. Really,
everything.
I mean, we ran out of everything.
We went out and bought. I don't know where they bought it from, but Marissa sent out somebody to buy bags because we ran out of bags through the manufacturer, and then they ran out again.
It was busy even the last hour, like in the pit, like where I was in the pit. They like some of them, they start to see a few of the manufacturers start to shut down because they think the event ends at 4 instead of 5. They weren't doing that this year.
Well, the ones that had product. So, my big disappointment is, and it's really so many facets to our event, probably, way more than any other event put in the country. But, these manufacturers have to submit what they want to bring to sell by the end of last year. So imagine there's 3 months and, they could add stuff like for instance, EP Carrillo added that new blue line. I mean, it looked gorgeous. I don't know if anybody had a chance to see that.
It looked
it really looked nice.
Yeah.
It was out of this world. And I don't know if we still have some available, but we have some up online right now. Or I know it was up after the Great Smoke. But it's absolutely stunning, gorgeous. And that was something that they weren't sure they were going to have. I think they were only able to bring like 50 boxes or 40 boxes of them.
Yeah.
And they brought them to the event. So you could add to it. But, we look at these and like, I mean, perfect example, we call Tatuaje because we know when they sold out last year. Bring double. Whatever you have on this list, double it. And they did. And they thanked us. I mean, but like my father, they sold out last year at 1:00. So we called them and told them, you're not bringing enough product. You're going to run out. Because, some companies basically ran out by the time general admission got in, which is bullshit.
Right, that's what I'm saying. You run out at 1:30. Half the people in general
bullshit.
admission make it.
Well, what about Saka? What about Saka?
I don't know.
He says he sells out at 1:00, and I was wondering how much product he had. Yeah.
Listen, he bought more than last year for sure.
Okay.
But I think Steve, and I don't care if he hears this, but I think Steve is more about keeping his track record of selling out than he is worried about.
I actually was wondering that.
How much he can sell. And then he goes and writes on the sign with gold permanent marker sold out.
That we use every year.
That sold out is going to be on his sign on his booth next year when we set up.
Right.
This guy thinks
we're not calling to make one sign.
Those signs are like $70, $60. Yeah. He thinks we're making a new sign, so he can figure out what he's going to do next year.
Was he the first to sell out this year?
I don't know, but I mean, I can't really blame Steve because I know he bought more than last year.
Right.
Yeah.
My father, we told them double it, and they didn't do it. And,
Blackworks sold out pretty fast as well. I saw that they had posted. They do well.
We're going to have a tutorial seminar next year. We never did that tutorial video this year. We need to do it next year. So many questions. But yeah, I mean, that's the kind of frustrating thing, especially when you put a lot of work into it. Because look, I don't care that they sell out, but it's the customers who get upset. I mean, I got 31 other companies. You sell out, people find something else to buy. Right. But like there are people who really got to Dunbarton by the time they got, they walked in 1:00. They found a seat. They looked around, saw some food, maybe saw somebody they knew, started chatting for 20 minutes. They got to the Dunbarton thing and things sold out.
Right.
And that's the disappointment you really want to try to avoid. Good morning, Raphael. Always good to see you.
I bet he's got the coffee and the charcuterie.
What's funny is a lot of some manufacturers actually came Friday when we were doing a test run. I think those manufacturers really never get out of that back area. So they never really kind of see what goes on. So a lot of people saw the video set up. I think Raphael was one of them. He posted this, like, what the fuck is this? It's like NASA, setup that we got going on up here. And then when we did the awards presentation, we called all those manufacturers up toward the stage. That's when they really got kind of, I think for a lot of them, the first time, see what was going on in the front of the house with the Great Smoke. So pretty wild.
Maybe I have that video if you want to play it. The kind of the leading in the award ceremony.
Yeah, let's video. It was a great moment, really.
Yeah. Let's run that.
These companies here, and this is a very special moment, so I'd like to have everybody's attention, please, really. These two companies here who have been booth number 1 and booth number 2 for the Great Smoke for 20 years, since year 1. Now, there have been 10 companies to date that have been involved in the Great Smoke since year 1. And as much as fun as you guys are all having, we can't do any of it without the support of all these manufacturers. So, let's give them all a round of applause, please. Come on, Booth. Come on, Booth. Anyways, you lost your chance to talk. I wanted to make something very, very special for them. I really did. Get a mic. Here, man. Oh, okay. I wanted to make something very, very special for them. And honestly, I'll let you hold this while you're. I couldn't really come up. We were racking our brains for months. And I came up with an idea that was a long shot. And a friend of mine said, you should reach out to Matt Booth, because Matt Booth does make jewelry. He's made me a bunch of personal pieces over the years. In fact, I'm wearing one of his right now. And I pitched this idea to him. I said, can you make this for me? And it wasn't a lot of time. And I'll let him tell you more about the process.
So I was contacted last fall by a very dear friend of mine, your friend as well, Mr. Big Delicious, who shares the stage with me at this very moment. And he contacted me and he said he needed to create a very, very special award that was going to be gifted to members of our frankly champions and legends of the game on a daily basis, a custom solid bronze statue to commemorate the commemoration of things.
You have a process, right? We did a video of the process?
Yes.
Let's cue the video of Matt Booth's Room 101 making these amazing statues here.
Oh, you're muted.
Was that video choppy from the broadcast?
No, I don't know why it was doing that, because when I went and was grabbing it was seamless.
Yeah, I watched the broadcast. It wasn't choppy on the broadcast.
I'm gonna watch it this weekend.
I noticed it choppy. It was choppy just now?
It was.
Yeah.
Skipped.
But it really was an amazing moment. We called all 10 people up on stage, the manufacturers, Rocky, Jonathan Drew, Rafael Nadal, Carlito was up there, Crystal was there from JC Newman, and to have everybody up on stage for that moment, for me, was a real touching moment after 20 years. Now, there were 11 of these awards made, one for each of the manufacturers and one from Smoke Inn, right, as a company. So we all had one. Mm-hmm. And then what Matt Booth did without telling me was make me one for me as an individual. So, we called this the Greatest Showman Award. And, there's a lot going up on stage. So I took it, I appreciate it, but I didn't read what he wrote on it. I would have read it on stage. I didn't read what he wrote on it until I got home. I just thought it was just Abe, and we had so much going on. Or not even when I got home, I might have done it later on. But this is let me stupid little.
Oh, you're good there.
There it is. This thing is cast in solid brass. This is, I don't know, 10, 12 pounds. It's heavy. But he made it to Big Delicious, which I didn't know. And he wrote on there, the greatest to ever do it award. Mr. Big Delicious, with love, respect, and gratitude from your boy, Matt Booth. Room 101 Army, 2026.
Beautiful.
Yeah, and it was this was a really nice surprise he did for me. And this one's going to sit in my home office, and my company one will sit in my work office.
Yeah, I got to see it up close. I was over at Tatuaje, and I was blown away with that. Really, what a job he did.
It's heavy.
It's heavy.
Be as heavy as it was. It's heavy.
Yep.
we really wanted to do something that they would be proud of. And honestly, we racked our brains. And I think I talked about it on your show, Coop. We were going back and forth thinking about, what can we do to be worthy of this 20 years of support, which is amazing. It's a testament to them. It's a testament to the event. It's a testament to our relationship.
Sure.
And I wanted to make something that wasn't a plaque that they hung up on a wall or some stupid trophy thing from a trophy shop. And I really reached out to Kevin first, Shane, because I knew that 3D printing was an option, but for me, 3D printing is so chintzy. Not that it's just weak. It's light. It doesn't.
Not for what you wanted to do.
It has its purpose. It has its purpose. Yeah.
Right. Yeah, absolutely.
Abe, real quick, just new sponsor alert. We like to do this. Shout out to Michael Knowles and the Mayflower crew.
Yes, absolutely.
The show.
New supporter of KMA Talk Radio.
Abe, there was probably like 3 people in that whole entire TGS crowd that even knows how that process even works. Like, I don't think people realize like the intensity of what Matt does for his business, like for jewelry and for those statues. Mind blowing.
Did I say brass again? I don't know why I keep saying brass. It's casted bronze.
Right, bronze.
I commissioned it, and I still don't fully understand the process. He really did it in a time crunch, because after talking with Kevin, he goes, you really should act for Matt Booth. He makes jewelry. He has, I don't know if he can make what you want, but he has the equipment to do something like this. And, Matt was really honored. He was touched. He sent me a lot of very touching messages, about doing this project. It was very much a passion project for him. He felt honored. And, I even told him, it's not on mine, it's on the others. Maybe on mine about him. No, he didn't put it on mine. But, I told him, make sure you put a Room 101 stamp on there. I said, for real? Sure. I'm like, absolutely. So the manufacturers all have a Room 101 stamp here on the back.
Very cool.
Yeah,
so listen, pro tip, are you going to put that on your desk?
No.
You should. Or somewhere where you can grab it once in a while, because every once in a while you should just grab it and do what you're doing. Because
I was thinking about putting it on behind me.
I say that because it's bronze. No, but because it's bronze, the oil's on your hands when you touch, it's going to give it that cool patina. It's going to start to get it's from the touch. That's why, like bronze watches, they're sitting on your wrist. Every once in a while, just grab that thing. That's how you get that beautiful bronze patina. That's what's nice about bronze.
Yeah. For anybody who really didn't get to see it at the event, this
camera it's really dynamite.
The detail that he put on this thing is really crazy, and it was done off the figurine from our advertising, from our marketing for the Great Smoke. Literally,
you might have to put it out in a little display box when everybody comes down next year at Boynton, so you can.
I'm going to tell you something. Honestly, holding it just feels awesome. I feel like I'm holding like an Oscar, like I won something.
I would put it in a glass case in the front. Actually,
that's what I'm saying. Like,
and then you have the one at home you can grab. Is what I'm saying. Yeah.
It's just such a cool thing. And like Matt, the attention to detail, like you said, like you're seeing it, but like when you see it in person, it's mind blowing how much detail is in that. So cool.
Watching that clip, it's frustrating because you start seeing, and I know when I watch this whole thing, I'm probably gonna get frustrated 20 times. Because you see, and then I've addressed this 30 times, and I don't know why every year it doesn't work. When we say give everybody a hand, it is so loud when you're in the room.
You don't hear
everybody said their mics don't pick that shit up. And I just said, when you're doing a live broadcast, when hey, everybody give your hand, and you don't hear anything on the broadcast, it sounds weird, like you're not even in front of a live audience. I've asked them to put mics or get something where the crowd noise can be heard, and obviously they still didn't do it.
No,
I wonder if it's just buffed out, and then they just don't unbuff it.
I don't know,
because I would assume probably.
But your quality of your sound for you guys is on point.
But that's what I'm saying. I wonder if there's like a filter, some kind of high end, buffing out background noise.
I've always wondered, because the loudness in that room, how our mics don't pick that up, or even when Herklotz is. So when Herklotz is doing a side interview on the virtual stage, we got a DJ jamming music. There's jamming music in the whole place and the crowd.
It's like he's in his own bubble. Yeah.
Those mics don't ever pick it up, and they're literally in the same room. There's no like separate soundproof room where they're doing that from. So, I don't know what the solution to that is, and I don't know if I told you this, but Michael Herklotz is determined to continue to do it this way.
I know.
Yeah,
I know.
He told us to, me and Kevin. We were like,
Yeah.
Well, I told him, listen, if we're gonna, I'm not excited about doing it this way. I was actually praising and so happy that I would never have to make a timeline again. But I would do it. But I told Michael, listen, here's the problem. This is what this stuff's costing, because I don't think people have a clue.
It's expensive.
What we spend for that broadcast, and that broadcast is covered by virtual packages. And I gave Mike, I said, look, we got to sell at least X number more of virtual packages to break even on this shtick, so that at least those packs cover the virtual, because nobody there live really needs to be virtual, and he's determined to make it happen. So we'll see what happens next year.
There are ways you could still have him on the center stage and do this.
Coop, we talked. I already had an idea of how to kind of still have virtual streaming going on next year, whatever. He's just determined he loves the format and doesn't want to change the format.
Maybe he could pay for it.
Yeah.
I mean, because that's an expensive
Sponsorships
proposition.
are available.
Yeah.
that's funny.
I mean, that's a possibility. I mean, that's another possibility.
It's just one of those things where, like, I can't tell you how many comments I saw where I did it virtually this year, but man, I'm going to make sure I make it down next year. And that's what you fight every year.
Yeah, that's
the
true.
people who see it virtually see the event and say, God, I got to make it to this event. So that's what we fight virtually every year.
I mean, there were things, though, like, I think it was good you did it this year, like having the people on stage for the Greatest Showman Awards was incredible.
I knew that was
when you
gonna
get
be
to
a great
check the
moment.
Carlito, that was emotional as well. Those are things that
He was tearing up on stage, him and Crystal both. I mean, and look,
that's real with Carlito, by the way. That's not an act, people.
No. And as far as us as a company, they didn't know it was coming, so it was a surprise to them. I gave them no inkling that was going to happen. They didn't know about that segment, and I had to time it right, because this is what you got to think of when you're, executive producing and directing. I had to time it after his interview, because the odds of getting Carlito back on the stage twice was going to be a long shot.
Oh, yeah.
So I figured I already had him locked on stage. We just roll right into that and then roll right into the awards while I got everybody on stage. So,
and you had to do it at 3 o'clock.
And it's funny because Matt Booth, after I was talking to Carlito and after I presented him the check, Matt Booth was supposed to just walk up on stage randomly and then present me the first showman award, and then I would go into how we made this, and then
he wasn't on stage.
No, so what happens is I literally tell Stoner, who's the engineer, head engineer, I get Matt Booth. I said, watch him. Watch him. And then I'm waiting for him to come up. I turn around and he's in the front talking with people in the VIP area. And I look at Stoner. I said, "What?" And he goes, "What do you want me to do?" I mean, he just wandered away, he missed his whole cue. Then he came up without a mic,
Yeah, it was funny.
It was so funny because I'm watching it, and anybody that knows you half a bit, it's like Abe's half joking. He wants to strangle Matt Booth.
Right. That's what I
he's
saw.
Smiling off his anger.
Because what irks me is when I anticipate the problem, because I knew this guy would wander. I mean, sit there for 3 minutes.
Right.
Watch him.
Watch
Don't
him.
let him leave that spot. And next thing I know, he's out there talking in the VIP section.
And Stoner's like this.
And it was a smart move doing Carlito at 3 o'clock, not 1 o'clock. So that was a smart move.
Not my first rodeo.
The line for people to meet him and stuff, and he doesn't, chintz on talking to.
No, he is.
People. He'll take his time. Him and JD from Drew State are very much similar when it comes to people. If it's 10 minutes or if it's 45 minutes, they'll have that conversation with you, and it's like, it's a lot.
Rafael Nodal just texted me something. Rafael, I'm going to share it because it's just a testament to your support. I know you probably texted it to me privately, but this is why this company is amazing. He literally said, one way maybe you could do it is to have companies sponsor it, which is always an option to offset costs. But I have this expression: you can only dip into the well so much, right? Mm-hmm. And we ask so much of these companies already. to do this event. And some of them take advertising in the program book and they sponsor the lanyards and whatever. But, you know, there is commercial time. But, you know, here's the problem, too. There's a very few companies who actually can produce me a 30 or 60-second commercial because we got commercials that run for during the broadcast, Yellowstone, Sam Adams, Rabbit Air. You know, it's just gonna be one of those things. But you know, we'll see how it goes next year. But I know a
lunatic in New Jersey, Abe. I know a lunatic in New Jersey that will pay to have his logo on a YouTube video. He pays to have it in Florida. He doesn't even have a Florida company.
Alex
to have his logo commercial on YouTube. I know a guy that's up for it.
I mean, you know, I consider him a friend too now, but he was Alex's friend. That's how I met him. And you know, how many years has he been coming? I mean, it's got to be.
I think it's
5.
I think it's 4. Yeah, 4 or 5.
4 or 5. 4 or 5. But he comes
I think
down
right after the virtuals when they started.
A whole crew with Philadelphia, and you know they have a great time. We have a great time even, and I think last year was the first year.
Last year was the first year.
Sponsorship, and his company's not even in Florida. And then he came back this year. He wanted more sponsorship, and then he saw me at the brunch. He's like, we want to do more next year, and I don't even understand why, but he just wants
literally just so his friends can walk in with him and see his logo. I mean, he sponsored the bags and the shirts. So if you
his logo's on the back of the t-shirts.
Shout out to Gene Demers. HVAC Mechanical. Shout out to Jack Kennedy Sellers. They were the sponsors for the bags and the shirts. And who the hell knows next year?
I know.
Just love it.
That's awesome.
Mean Gene, the dancing machine.
Oh, that guy was a legend.
Now you know what I'm talking about.
I know.
In the words of Gene himself, God shouldn't have gave guys like me money. That's how Gene lives.
Gene the dad.
God bless.
That's hilarious. It's funny.
Yeah, you know. It's funny. This becomes worse and worse every year, this phenomenon, where I just don't see anybody at all. Because more and more people get there. There are so many people that I don't even get to see one time in 5 hours. You know, and it's a real. It happens more and more to me every year. It's very funny, and I think I did run into Coop maybe once or twice.
We did twice.
Twice, yeah.
You know, it's interesting because when I look at this event, it is like a 3-ring circus if you think about it, right? And I'm going to be writing about this. There's different things going on simultaneously. It's not like a single threaded event, you know what I mean? So there's a lot going on at the same time. So I think that also is why it's sometimes tough where I don't see people as well. And Paul did spend 2 hours in the spirits area. And
well, Paul, I think Paul and Kim probably get somewhat of the best gig.
They did a great job, by the way.
Oh yeah, this year was definitely you know a lot more content for them. But I think they get to enjoy because they get to go outside, they get to have drinks, they get to just hang out and try all the stuff and talk to people. They get the good gig.
Hard to do that, and it's hard to do what they do. That roving reporter is hard. So I give them they do a great job.
And they do it well. They
really do it well, yeah.
For a couple of amateurs, really. They
I'm sure.
Which is literally what we all are. What we all are that day is the truth. We're a bunch of amateurs putting on this.
No, you guys are professionals. You guys have this down. You guys have this down. Yeah.
I'm sure Preston here was talking about Raphael, and he really is a class act.
He is. He really is.
And a true Renaissance man, in my opinion. He is amazing. And man's living his best life. God bless him. He really is. I want to grow up to be like Raphael.
I do too. But what a job he's done with that company, Altidus. I mean, look at the products.
Funny.
Yeah.
It's funny because we said this during a KMA episode, and it wasn't a joke. I mean it. For me, Altidus has before Rafael Nadal and after Rafael Nadal, and the effects in
BRN
and the relationship with the consumer, and the relationship with the consumers and the relationship with the retailers.
Yeah. I mean, it's the products are hit after hit now, and they're really good products that are coming out.
You want to know what's a testament to? I don't know, Alex, because we don't see you anymore. Somebody dethroned Saka as the number 1 mover of product at the Great Smoke this year.
Really?
He was number 2 this year.
But Saka wanted to. I think you're right. Saka wanted to sell out more. I think it's.
But even when he sold out before, he was still number 1. Guess who number 1 was?
Altadis.
Altadis USA.
Yeah. That Trinidad, and I liked how they set it up. That whole like area.
Oh,
tent
so
and-
nice.
Yeah, the chairs. It was really cool. What they
Not
did.
even
But I
that,
love that he was showing it before like the Great Smoke, like
Yeah,
the
that's what
behind
you
the
do.
scenes. It was like very engaging. It made you really go, "Oh, I really want to
Yeah.
go see his booth. Like I want to go up there."
Listen, every year, and we always know there are people that go through the motions to show up, and there are people that really put time, effort, and thought into it. Altus is definitely one, by the booth, by the interactions.
Mhm.
But I don't know if you saw them, because I know they had the kickoff party Thursday night. They were there, and when that event started, these were stacked on the table, and by the end of the night, I didn't see one. Then same thing at the Great Smoke. At the beginning, I saw these stacked on the table, and by the end of the night event, I didn't see one. They had went out of their way. So they've always had this Build-A-Box program, right? And I saw it first when I went to the Texas Cigar Festival, where they had all these bulk cigars and people can grab a box and they can just make their own 20 or 10 count sampler. And I'm like, nobody really wants to do that. It holds up the line. And I think we tried it one year and it didn't really fly over great. But they didn't stop with that. So this year they used that same box, but they made a Great Smoke commemorative sleeve. And it was those red boxes, and they put like 10 of their limited edition, like Casa de Monte Cristo releases under all the brand names in it. And those sold everywhere. I don't know if there was one of those boxes left, but it was such a novel and beautiful idea. And I think people not only bought it because it had 10 great cigars in there, but they felt like it was a commemorative piece of the event. It was just, I don't know if you guys got to see him, Coop or Jess or even Alex. It was these.
I didn't actually. I missed that.
It was
too.
really, really nice.
Yeah.
Basically, it was their Build-A-Box. They had 10 cigars, and they put this sleeve, this Great Smoke just sleeve, so it looked like a Great Smoke box, packaging, and it was very beautifully done. Kudos to them.
You know who had
I
some
have to
really
look for some pictures.
You know who had cool product this year? Nick Fusco at El Mago.
Mm-hmm.
Did you see those Did you see those cigar tins he's got coming out? Old style cigar tins.
Coop, you're fucking hitting a nerve, Coop. Hitting a nerve, Coop.
Why? I didn't realize what I do.
Fucking hitting a
No,
nerve.
it
Coop.
wasn't you. It wasn't you.
Fuck those tins.
There's enough room for everyone to have tins.
I'm going to
those
just say it
tins.
like this. If you're going to try to, do
this
some
is-
kind of
this
pre-order,
is-
maybe
this-
talk to the people that know how to do pre-order type of things. But go
Well,
ahead,
we
Abe.
we reconstructed this whole fucking fiasco, right? So people think the fiascos stop when the event's over. Oh no, there's usually fiascos post-event. So, and listen, this is nothing bad against Nick. He was just trying to be creative, innovative, whatever the fuck you want to call it. But, it's only his second year of doing the event, and I can guarantee you that this mistake will never happen again. So I see an email come through like at night. It's on Monday night. And he's like, hey, listen, I pre-ordered one of these tins, but no one ever really took my name, but they said you'd be able to look me up and, that you were going to ship it to me later. And, I just want, here's my receipt. I bought 2 of them.
Oh
And
boy.
I'm reading this shit. I'm like, what? First thing I do is I call Matt Briggs, our operations guy. I'm like, did any manufacturers sell product that they didn't have at the event? And he goes, absolutely fucking not. I said, absolutely fucking wrong. Because I'm looking at a fucking email that says somebody did. So he's like, are you kidding me? No way. I said, I'm telling you. So he gets off the phone. He calls Jeff Groover, which is our rep for him. And that whole process is taking too long. So I just called Nick directly. So when these guys submit what they're bringing, they have to put it on the form. And he had put that he is bringing 12 of these tins. So I'm now at this point, I'm assuming, okay, so you bought 12 of these, you sold out, and you decided to sell more, which wasn't the case. The 12 things he bought, I guess, were just empty tins, prototypes. Why would you put it on the sheet?
Oh shit!
That's what he told me. I knew those were empty.
I'm
yeah.
thinking he sold 12 at least. Why'd you put it on a sheet? So he was taking pre-orders for something that he won't have for like another week or 2.
Yeah.
Now I said, okay, all right, this is not a clusterfuck yet, but how do we know who bought them? Oh, we had this form made. So as they bought them, we took on all their information. I said, okay, great. So it shows here that you sold 40 of these things. Now, at first I thought I didn't have to worry about 12, but I did have to worry about 12 because he didn't really even sell those 12. So I said, Saturday's gone by, Sunday's gone by, now Monday's over. This is the first I've heard of it. I haven't seen this list. When did you think you wanted to let me know about this? And, the guy who had the list was stuck in traveling and the weather and whatnot. So, but when we finally get the list, I can't remember what the final.
22.
Yeah, like he was missing like 16 or 18 people.
Yeah.
And it's like, well, how am we going to figure out who bought these? At this point, the only way I could do it is I got to wait till someone gets pissed off and say, "Hey, I bought these," and no one's reached out to me.
Me and Danny were literally trying to match from the last four of the credit card, from the terminal, from the Great Smoke to the possible terminal, with hoping the credit card matched the same credit card that they bought their Great Smoke ticket with in our back end system to try and figure out if this was.
Then you got a problem is some people didn't buy a ticket.
Some people didn't buy it on the same card. I paid for on my smoke, and I have one saved, and I was there using another card. No, yeah.
Or they're part of somebody
else's
everybody. Table.
That's what we were trying to do to figure this shit out.
And at one point, Nick, I don't know if you heard this, Nick reaches out to Danny. He's like, do you have a list of everybody who attended the Great Smoke? And Danny's like, you're already laughing. I haven't even gotten to the punchline. He's like, for what? He goes, well, I want to look at them on Facebook and see if I could recognize them from the pictures of the. I'm like, this guy.
It looks like Preston Jones said, I didn't fill out any form. Did you?
I know, but you're on the list. You're on the list, Preston. I can confirm that Preston is on the list.
And so is Steve Toth. And I'm telling you, it took us like a day and a half, almost 2 days. But we were able to reconstruct and figure out everybody who bought one of these things.
Yeah, I guess that's never happening
and
again.
Just so you know, it's supposed to be the second week of April, and he's shipping them directly to you. So they're coming straight from him. So, stuff you can't even imagine. People that would happens every year. So when you mentioned tins, I got a little.
I thought I stepped on it. I thought they were cool looking actually.
They were. They were great looking. I thought they were great. They are great looking. Yeah. They're really nice looking.
There was I don't know if you saw Tom Wazuka had a cigar too. The Tom Wazuka cigar was also he was showing that. I don't think he was taking orders for it. He was just showing it.
Well, it was Asylum's first time back to the event in a long time. Yeah. And that was mostly driven because, all they had were 50 count boxes. And that's, it's tough for anybody to buy an event, And I think after they moved to the format of these 20 or 25 count boxes, I think it was good to bring him back. And he said people were excited to see him back at the event. And
it was
do it again next year.
Yeah, he's a good guy, Tom. I like him.
I think manufacturers are starting to understand too that we can display here too. It's not just what normally sells. What's like we can debut. We can display here. This is big. This gets traction here. I think they're starting to understand. Started to see a lot of stuff. Like you said, the new blue. He had stuff. Guys are bringing their new stuff there.
Yeah, I just ordered my blue.
Does it every year, right? Was it a white in the pack this year?
I'm not sure if the white was in the pack, but they had the white, and there was another cigar they were showing too.
Right. So a lot of manufacturers starting to realize, this is the place to display some new shit.
Yeah. And it's like I said, it's a great. The Carrillo stuff was actually for sale before any other place. I actually just ordered the box while we were doing this because I saw they were up. You said
the blue.
Yeah.
Let me tell you something. He talked to me about it. He showed this to me about in December or maybe January, and they were just saying they were hoping they were able to get some of them here. I think they rush shipped some of them here just to have them for the Great Smoke, because it was doubtful, and we actually entered them that morning. I think the morning of the event, we entered those in.
Wow.
The system, yeah.
Wow, there was some serious star power this year there too. Like a lot of the principals.
Wait a second. Was that at the Great Smoke?
No, I thought it was only at his event after. But I don't know if it was at the booth.
I don't remember seeing it at the booth.
What's WTT?
I don't know.
Fucking people.
West Tampa Tobacco.
Oh,
it went.
Sorry, Brian.
I guess it was at the booth. It must have
been. Was that at the booth? Because I've been waiting to put these online. We still have only the 50 count. We haven't been able to get them.
He definitely had them for, at the shop.
Yeah, they were at the booth.
At the booth, yeah. But at the booth. Oh, they were at the booth too.
Hey Siri, remind me to talk to Matt Briggs about West Tampa Double Crab Monday at 10 a.m. I don't forget.
Yes, Ryan, we now figured it out that it was West Tampa.
That could be his one, Abe. That could be his one.
Like, you mean like an edge?
That kind of breaks him through, man.
Listen, I told him when I saw him at the trade show, I said, look, this is great. You put this at the register, people will grab one as they're walking out. But, you got to put it in a 20-count box.
Yeah.
You really do. Because, it'll always be that, let me just grab a couple of sticks, not, hey, let me buy a box, cigar.
People grabbing them up.
Because I've been waiting for that. I've been waiting for that for a while.
That could be his ramp, man.
Listen, that was supposed to be an LE, and I think he made it regular production. I mean, that was supposed to be a one and done, from what I understood.
They didn't tell me that. They didn't tell me that when we bought it.
No, this is when it first came out, Abe. This was like about a year ago. I think
we bought them in the year they showed that at the PCA.
We were told they were limited. We were told it was a limited release. Yeah.
Yeah, that was the only cigar we haven't tried from them. So Kevin and I picked up a few sticks at the event just to try them. Everyone says they're fantastic.
Look, Rick Rodriguez, I hope you're watching. Everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of 20-count boxes bought at the Great Smoke.
Everybody tag Rick Rodriguez at once.
Yeah.
Seriously.
Listen, I don't know if the algorithm changed or it's because after the Great Smoke Week, or maybe a lot of our listeners and fans are tagging their friends. We got high viewership today, but it's kind of gotten back to the norm where it was before it died down.
Yeah.
Yep.
So good to see that. Good to see that. Yeah, it was nice to have West Tampa at the event this year. We always try to. What's very funny is because there's always some people who just kind of just slack and go through the motions. So those people are always the ones that we give a break to, and let a new company try in. It's getting to the point where like the two worst performers of the Great Smoke have become like. That number is like the mid tier of what it used to be, but a lot of it's sometimes driven of guys who just don't go through the process and make life difficult. Because, Alex's wife really handles all that organization. Yeah. And people asked me, I think I was asked last night on Dojo, what's the hardest thing? That's the hardest thing, believe it or not. The manufacturers are the hardest thing.
Oh, I could believe it.
We send them every piece of information like in fucking August. Everything they need to know. They should never have to ask a question, and we get asked thousands of questions up until like, hey, when do you need those cigars? Nobody ever. We've never once have had everything arrive on time by the dates we set it. Whether it be the event cigars, whether it be the cigars to sell at the event, the lanyards. We ask for a list of people because we have a vendor check-in. So you come, you give them your name, you get your lanyard, you go in, because some of these vendors bring 8-10 guys. They don't all come at the same time, right? Very simple. Give it their list, their lanyard will be a check-in. Can't get the list, then they give us the list. Then they're trying to hunt us down that morning of, I need two more. And I saw Marissa. I saw Marissa snap. I won't say the name.
I was just going to say, I kind of like Great Smoke time in my home because a little bit of me comes out in Marissa. Marissa is the most easygoing person. You cannot get Marissa mad. She'll get upset and cry before she gets mad. Marissa can get mean during the Great Smoke. And
when I first hired Marissa, she was like, I was afraid, this girl's too quiet.
Too nice.
Yeah, she's never going to be able to handle some of this shit. And I saw her snap at not like a rep or a company, I won't even say the name, but somebody we have a great relationship with, because they were bugging her about getting more lanyards. And, I get her frustration, man. Why you had 8 months to figure all this shit out, and you're coming to me in the morning, and we got crises, we got fires, and she snapped, I don't got 10 fucking lanyards right now, or whatever. And I just saw this from a distance, and I went,
get her. Yeah.
I
mean, it is. She's like a different person during TGS. Like you meet her anytime, never would imagine.
You have to be. My wife literally doesn't fuck with me or talk with me January and February every year. Like very little interaction. Care less of it. You have to be. There's just so much going on. And I even snapped at one of our regulars. I don't know if he's watching today. I didn't see it. But on Messenger. And he got taken aback. I was, man, I was just trying to help out. I say, hey, listen, man, whatever. And then we saw each other at the Great Smoke, and we were laughing about it. But I also told him it's a testament that I snapped at you like that because it makes me feel that I'm that comfortable with you because I'm not snapping at a stranger like that too. You have to have a relationship with somebody to snap at them like that.
Abe, if you just thought about sending the lanyards to the manufacturers in advance and let them do
No, we did that once year, and guess what they do? Oh, we forgot that.
Oh, yeah, of course.
Dude.
Of course. Okay, yeah, you're right.
Imagine sending Matt Booth lanyards 3 weeks.
Oh, yeah, good point.
And honestly,
Eric said Marissa is the silent assassin.
Literally. And listen, I'm telling you, that is the worst thing about TGS Morning because, we had a situation where we had one lady who was checking in. People gave everybody VIP lanyards.
Oh, yeah.
Whether they had a VIP or not.
Oh, my goodness.
So this poor girl's trying, and she comes to me like, I don't know what to do. And we had a simple fix. I'm like, look, the lanyard just won't be the standard anymore when they're coming in. Have everybody go out there, start telling people now, have your ticket on your phone as you're walking through the door. And then we just took the lanyards back from the people who didn't have the tickets. But we're dealing with shit like this. And like, oh, Marissa, can I get Timber and lanyards? Bobby and Bibbidi showed up and we'd like to get him. Get the fuck out of here.
Right.
I mean, if you didn't think you were going to get snapped at, I don't know what you were expecting. But they don't. Yeah. And here's the thing. And it really is. And I'll tell you this, outside of Marissa and even Alex, who's even done it with me a lot of years, who's seen the thing, people will never really see or understand everything that goes into putting an event like that. This isn't just a, let's all get together and smoke and have drinks and, socialize. This is a full-fledged production. That entertainment, for the first time ever, came Friday night at 6 o'clock to actually rehearse on the stage. There is so much going on at this event that they just think like, and I know it seems seamless and magical to everybody because whatever we see wrong.
Well, but that's the thing, and that's what all the running around you see. The running around is the entire day because look, nothing goes right. I don't care I can't imagine anything goes right in full Hollywood production. The entire day is spent in how do we fix the problem with the least impact to you guys at the moment? That's what the entire day is. VIP, we got to, okay, how do we fix the problem with, just have them have their phone. Get out there and let's tell them this went wrong. All right, how do we fix it? It feels seamless because that's the job is when the shit goes wrong, make it seamless so it doesn't affect them.
Because, the catastrophe is you let 50, look, all right, 50 people got in the VIP or whatever area or they got in an hour early, but we sell out. There's literally one seat for every person. Yeah, sure, maybe 3 or 4 people didn't make it. They didn't show up. But you throw 50 people in, guys who actually paid for the section aren't going to have anywhere to sit out. It's a problem. It's a problem.
Yeah, there was definitely a lot of VIP this year. That was like the biggest VIP I've seen ever. And we've been coming, 8 years now?
I agree.
I was like, and like, I love that for the general too, you had more seating this year. That was nice. I think a lot of people really enjoyed that.
Well, that was the simple fix that I feel like we just never realized. Like the rectangular tables work so much better than the rounds for general admission.
Yeah.
It was just the smallest, simplest fix. That was like, geez, what were we doing?
And I'm going to tell you something. Honestly, that was inspired by the Renaissance Fair. Because one is I thought those would look more like a medieval time seating, but I also did it because I knew that we could squeeze. By the way, they fought me on that when I wanted to do it. Marissa didn't like the idea. Oh yeah, they fought me on it. The fairgrounds, and I'm like, all right, we made 500 more seats for people. But I don't know if you noticed this, Alex. There were a lot of seats that weren't empty a lot during the event because I remember trying to walk through the aisles and everybody kept tilting these chairs up that stayed tilted the whole event. My leg kept hitting the fucking legs that were sticking out from the bottom when they tilted out. So, we might be able to squeeze one more row of VIP next year, because I saw a lot of empty seats in that general admission area. So we might be able to push VIP maybe another row back and squeeze another row.
Yeah, because there's some people who do enjoy going outside and hanging out for a little bit, so there's seating, there's plenty.
Yeah.
But that was nice. The VIP though, that was packed. I was like, wow.
It was really packed, yeah.
Yeah, Nikki was there I think that might have been her first time. Her and her husband there. Look at the profile picture. They're there. Because, There are roughly, let me try to do some math here, but there are roughly over 1,500 general admission tickets that are there. And there was only seats for like 487 or 500.
Yeah.
So, people felt like, oh, I can never find a seat and whatever. So I think with the new format, we upped it, like we doubled it, really doubled the amount of seats that could be there. So it worked out great. And I don't think so. And somebody said, do it in VIP. I said, no, I think VIP should stay around because it's a differentiator. I think rounds are a little bit more classy. So
I liked it. I thought it looked nice. I thought it was
Coop, do you ever sit down? Me and Kevin never.
We never. I never did.
sit.
I usually don't get a VIP. I usually always am in the pit. There's no point in me taking
Right.
And I like that hour outside at the Zeno Lounge. That's one of my favorite things to do.
Yeah.
I love that. I get time with you and a lot of folks I don't get to
can
see.
we talk about the tailgate this year?
Well,
Holy
I was going to
impressive.
say, we're going to talk about it after the break. I can't believe it's 11 o'clock already.
Wow.
But I never make it out there unless there's chaos, which I have been run out there a couple times. But if there's not, I usually get, and I heard that what went on outside this year was the best ever. And it was a huge crowd. It was a lot of fun.
It was great. Yeah. They did a great.
We're just going to take a short break and we will come back after the break and talk a little bit more about that right after this.
Imagine not choosing Monte Cristo. Imagine not choosing greatness. The difference between us and everyone else is in our DNA. The flame of Monte Cristo never extinguishes because greatness is more than high ratings and exceptional cigars. In greatness, there is history, development, and constant innovation. Choosing a Monte Cristo is not choosing the easy way. Choosing a Monte Cristo is deliberately choosing the best option. Since 1935, we have strived for excellence. Our brand is backed by thousands of pickers, bunchers, rollers, salespeople, and aficionados like you. Choosing Monte Cristo is more than simply choosing the best. It is joining a family that believes in greatness. It is knowing that Monte Cristo evolves with the times, but still maintains our values and storied traditions. Choosing a Monte Cristo is choosing not to settle for less than the best. Lighting a Monte Cristo is taking a trip down memory lane, yet enjoying the moment and getting excited about the future. Imagine not choosing Monte Cristo. Imagine not choosing greatness. Now our story continues. Without forgetting where we came from, we are creating the future, one blend at a time. Here's to the past, present, and future. Monte Cristo. Then, now, forever.
Surgeon General warning: tobacco smoke increases the risk of lung cancer and heart disease, even in non-smokers.
Honest Abe here with the GOAT to tell you about Smokin's Cigar of the Month Club. Alex, tell our fans out there why our club is the best darn club out there.
Absolutely.
I'll tell you why. Because every month I personally handpick 5 premium cigars. No filler, no fluff, no fugazis. These are all premium handmade name brands that you can find in any brick and mortar store in your area. All delivered to your door for $34.95. And our average monthly retail value since the inception of our club has been almost $57. Another great feature of our Cigar of the Month Club, Alex, tell them about the ease of our Cigar of the Month Club. I'll tell you, I hate subscription services. It's always a pain to cancel them, turning them on. We've made it super simple. All you gotta do is log into your account. There's a little green button there. If it's green, you're active. You want to take a break, you're going out of town, simply hit the button and you'll deactivate your membership. Want to turn it back on? The exact same easy process. You can turn it right back on. We've made it that easy for you. Another great feature is our Double Down Club. Alex, tell them about the Double Down Club. We had so many of our members reach out to us who really enjoyed our selections every month They wanted to know there was a way they can get 2, and we've made that very simple. With a simple check mark, you can get double this great selections every month and save $10. Does our club have perks? Of course you have perks. You want to tell them about the perks? As a member of our club, every month there's a special discount code where if you like any of the selections, we will offer them to you, so you want to come and get some more. You can get them at a special discounted rate for our Cigar of the Month Club members. And finally, expedited shipping. Tell them how fast we get the stuff out, Alex. We get the stuff out on the 28th of every month. Our membership bills on the 28th, and we get every member's package out on the 28th if it's a shipping day. 5 great reasons on what makes Smoking Cigar of the Month Club the best club out there. Check it out. Peace. Hey, I really appreciate you doing the video with me. Thanks.
Oh, yeah, you're welcome. I mean, you didn't let me get a word in, but whatever.
What?
Well, great. It's perfect.
Sonny was right. The working man is a sucker, Dad. He's a sucker.
He's wrong. It don't take much strength to pull a trigger, but try and get up every morning, day after day, and work for a living. Let's see him try that. Then we'll see who's the real tough guy. The working man is the tough guy. Your father's the tough guy.
To me, that's the best scene in the movie. I wrote that scene in A Bronx Tale because I wanted to talk about the working man. Hi, this is Chaz Palminteri, and I'd like to tell you about my grandfather, Calogero, who I'm named after. Calogero Palminteri was born and raised in Memphis, Sicily. When he came to this country and landed at Ellis Island, he was so overcome with emotion that he dropped to his knees, kissed the ground, and felt the blessings of America. I have fond memories of my grandfather, who loved his family and a great cigar. This cigar is for my grandfather Calogero and all the hard-working men and women who came to this country with just a dream. This is the immigrant cigar. And let's face it, we all are immigrants. This great cigar was voted number 8 in the top 10 cigars in the world by Cigar Enthusiast magazine. Buy a box for yourself or buy it for someone who gave you a better life. Go to Smoke Inn Cigar in Florida and see Honest Abe and pick up a box of Chaz Palminteri cigars. Tell him I said you.
Welcome back, everybody. Hour 2 of KMA Talk Radio. Before we went to the break, we were talking a little bit about the festivities outside, and I didn't get a chance. I don't know if you were out there. Well, you were definitely out there, Coop, but there he is. He made it back. Did you get a chance to go outside at all, Alex? I mean, to participate.
To put out fires. No, I didn't get to.
But how was it out there? I heard it was incredible this year. In fact, we've had an official tailgate party now for, 4 or 5 years. I heard there were groups of literally like segregated tailgaters, like people who just had their own little group tailgating going on.
It was. And that seems like that's getting bigger and bigger every year too.
Every year.
Yeah.
This was probably the most that I seen ever, but it was nice because just people had their own chairs, and I mean they had their camper things set up. I think even Kim mentioned at one point somebody was camping, there was a camper, and it was all decked out. I was impressed on how much it's grown, and I think with the Distinguished Ruffians, Drew Estate partnered with them this year. Mm-hmm. That also, and then you had the Yellowstone out there. It was cool. It was very, very cool.
Yellowstone people love this event. They're already talking about next year. They're really into this event. And I didn't get a chance to try one, but they even, for the VIP people, I guess they have a cigar they made with Rocky Patel.
Yeah.
They're into the cigar culture, not just the booze. And, they put one on every table. Sadly enough, some people didn't get them because some people snagged them. Even in VIP,
we got sticky fingers.
Sticky fingers, man.
That's not good.
No, that's you always try to avoid that. And every year, I really, this might be the first year, Alex, where no one came to me or no one said anything about their bag getting taken.
Ooh.
We usually have one or two every year. I put my bag down. Somebody took it. Bro.
Credit to whoever found Marissa's phone as well. Phone guy. It's the second time a phone got returned to TGS.
Actually, I I lost a phone at TGS at one of the pre-parties a couple years ago, and
well, I don't think anybody's taking phones after Abe's KMA story about his Atlantic City fiasco. You take a phone, we're coming to find you. We're coming to get you.
Yeah.
Especially
And then you would have a ton of socialites that are coming to get you now. It's not just one.
Better shut that GPS off.
Yeah, location service is on, man. You're in trouble.
Yeah. After your story, I went and put where you have to do face recognition and a password on everything, on every app. I never thought to do that. Now I'm like, boom, boom, boom.
I mean, honestly, it's not even a pain in the ass, because when am I not looking at my phone when I'm opening that anyway?
No.
It's seamless. You know what I mean? It doesn't
Pain in
even.
the ass is just doing it once for all your apps. But yeah, I mean, and we found out about that from Gary Brooks during a KMA broadcast. He's like, you can lock every app. I'm like,
well,
really?
good job, Gary, for that information, because now I have done it and I feel so much more secure with my phone, especially my bank. I never thought to do it with my bank or my Amazon account. Like, who would have thought to do that? But I have other credit cards stored in that. So it's like, yeah, that was a good idea.
Gary's awesome, man. He found a security leak on my website once. Actually, twice we had it. And luckily we were able to get it fixed very quick. Yeah.
So I'll tell you a great story.
Yeah.
We had a guy who sent a customer service email about a security leak regarding the Great Smoke tickets. Now that it's over, I can talk about it. And he's like, look, I don't want anything. I'm coming to the event. I came last year, and he did. He bought his tickets in November, and this email came like literally 3 or 4 weeks ago. But you have a flaw, and he pointed out some pictures. So I immediately scheduled a phone call with him, conference. Well, first thing I do, I messaged Raj, and of course by morning Raj figured out what it was and how it was happening and fixed it. But messaged him in the morning, and we got on a video call because I wanted him to check and verify that it was solved, and it was solved. And he actually was at the event. We talked, we met each other, and we had a phone call because we've had these cybersecurity companies come and look, and they do some work, whatever. But I mean, honestly, every company that we've dealt with, they just seem like they talk a lot, do a lot of shit, and I don't know what the fuck
they're like every SEO company out there.
Yeah, you don't know what the fuck they're doing, or they're actually effective or not. They tell you they did this and that, and I don't know. But this guy, being that he's part of the culture, being that he's come to the Great Smoke multiple times, and he was really moved at the event, grabbed me at the end and said, listen, we're going to set you up, whatever. We had a great meeting with them Monday, and it was just through this culture. I mean, and he he's like, dude, I love what you do. I love your company. We're going to make sure you guys are fucking safe. And these guys, both ex-military guys, one of them has NSA background and shit. So we're going to have a very tight site coming up in the next few months.
That's awesome.
Yeah, but all through the Great Smoke, literally.
Yeah, my son, who's in the Army and works for the Pentagon, he used to come to events with us when, for a while. And then he wants to come next year to the Great Smoke because he's just like, oh, this year looked so awesome. But he said, because he does all of the filming at, the Pentagon and everything, and does all the sound. He goes, oh, the sound was spot on for TGS this year. So he was complimenting on everything.
Turn your mic a little more diagonal.
Yeah, you were going out on.
Because when you lean in, you're almost a little bit past it. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. That better?
Oh, yeah.
You see talk?
Does that sound better? Testing 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, because sometimes when you're leaning in, sometimes you're almost past it.
Got it.
Yeah.
There's nothing we could do to stop this, and I know people think it's fun, but we're going to run out of old ashtrays because that's what we use for TGF. But I don't know if anybody noticed this here, the sticker that was on the bottom of the ashtray. If you stole an ashtray, look underneath. That's all I got to say. But it literally says there's a sticker.
Oh,
are you looking in the ashtray?
I was trying, but I didn't steal one. I thought you were talking about the ones that came in the kit.
No,
I was like, you're talking about the ones that were at the table. Yeah, I was like, wait, I didn't steal anything.
Whether at the store or whether at an event, man, people take them every year. We're going to run out of ashtrays, because we'd like not to have to buy ashtrays. We use leftover ones from all the TGSs.
We ain't using those. Those ain't going on tables.
No, hell no.
No, but I was making sure that Kevin didn't snag something. I
No,
was like, let me look. Did we steal something?
I'm waiting for somebody to post in the comments because they took one, what it says on the bottom. Now I wish I took one.
Oh, come on. Someone out there probably. Speaking of Tom and Michelle, though, I don't think they sat down the whole time. They were running around doing meet and greets, and I'm sure they were exhausted after this TGS.
But I took this from somebody. Somebody did it. I can't remember who. But we literally put a sticker on the bottom of the ashtray that says, I stole this ashtray from the Great Smoke. So. And I saw somebody posted on social media. He posted a picture of it, but under some weird name, so you couldn't tell it was. And it said busted. Somebody did that. I saw a post. Somebody sent it to me. Busted.
That's funny. I had a food bowl for an ashtray. All right. That's funny.
Somebody knows, or either saw it.
I stole this ashtray from the Great Smoke.
Oh, I got it, Abe. I got it. Give me a second.
Oh, you got a photo of it?
Yeah, I found it.
Someone send it to you?
No, I found it. Just searched busted in the group. It came up.
But somebody reposted it. That was not posted in our group. That was posted in another group. That was posted in some other group, and one of our socialites saw it and reposted it in our group.
I did. Yeah, Jacob Graham. Shout out to Jacob Graham. Found the culprit.
Good job. That's hilarious.
I get it.
Keep it as a memory, Arthur. Keep it as a memory, my friend.
That's funny. He's like, meh.
I wish I could do something where, like, if they leave the perimeter, like blue ink splatters everywhere, or blue smoke coming out of their bag on them.
That's funny.
See who the culprits are.
So the culprit.
All right. Do we have a Name That Jam?
No.
We do not have a Name That
But we have stuff.
Brought to you by the fine folks over at Macanudo Cigars. Sorry, Dave. Next week we got you. You got to take care of Mealy, bro. Mealy's the man.
We have
Uncle Dave.
I know we get
Uncle Dave.
Listen,
Uncle Dave.
Scouring through 5 hours of a video on YouTube is not easy. Is that it? But I got something to play for Name That Jam. I have a nice little. Wait, let me get this picture first, because this is actually pretty good. This is pretty good. This is well done. Well done. I like this. The problem is, Abe. You know what? You started now.
They want to take it.
Now you're going.
There won't be an ashtray left next year. But anyway, I got a cool little montage in lieu of Name That Jam. Just, I just kind of scoured through. Good.
I want to address this because there's a lot of things we're doing next year. So the RML dinner and the TGS brunch were great, both hosted by Potions and Motions. And it was the first time that we used Potions and Motions for the brunch. And I'm just going to tell you outright, because I really don't fucking care. I've had a relationship with the caterer for 20 years, but business is business. And we've had a problem every year with the lunch starting late. Hey, this was the first year I actually got to walk in, didn't have to deal with a crisis. Everything was set up. And I typically don't eat at the brunch because that's the time I really could walk around table to table, sit with people and just chill. And I ate a couple things and it was out of this world delicious. Brunch was out of this world. And I think we got to revamp how we're going to do food, right? I love the Ford food station concept, and it was very practical back when the event was like 200 fucking people. Now with fucking 3,000 people, it's more and more problematic doing anything right. But we're actually talking to the Motions and Potions people because every year, and listen, here's the problem. Okay, Potions and Motions are top-notch company, professional.
Right.
I don't know if them catering the Great Smoke might increase ticket prices because I guarantee you they're going to be way more expensive than the current company we're using, which may be worth it because I'm going to tell you something. In 20 years, the most consistent thing that we get every year, and I didn't really hear it this year, but I know because my wife told me and my daughter told me. I don't get to eat the food, but the food at the event has been declining, or the standards of it hasn't been good. We're consciously aware of it. It's just a logistical issue. So hopefully we might have something new.
That will be exciting because
we might lessen the options. It might not be 4 food stations.
Sure.
They might make 1 or 2 choices.
Right.
It'll be great and it'll be delicious and whatever.
And I got to say credit to Potions and Motions. How many years we've been working with them, Abe, for the dinner?
Since the Pete Johnson
Right.
The 2020 dinner. That was the first time.
And credit to them, even them, and things we came back and say, hey, we need to do this better next year.
Always.
It's always gotten better the next year. No, those guys are great. Professional.
I will tell you, this was probably my favorite Red Meat Lovers dinner. That turned out so well considering you guys had to pivot last minute because of the weather, but the venue, just everything, the setup, the food,
I think we're going to keep that.
fantastic.
I think we're going to keep that venue.
God, it was so nice.
One, we don't have to worry about making last minute changes, right? Two, I know Evan likes the historic fucking 8,000 foot one long table, but it's not really practical for socializing and getting up. I mean, it is literally, I think one year I did a video just walking down the whole length of the table. It's like a 2-minute walk.
Oh yeah.
I've
It was nice that it was broken up and then you had the round tables in the middle. It flowed nice and then you could still go outside. It was just, everything was nice.
Yeah.
So the only thing was heat was a problem. And from what I understood,
it was hot.
I thought the AC wasn't on. The AC was on.
Oh.
So, and we did that last minute and it still looked decent. Now imagine if we had time to kind of throw a little ceiling decor in, some lighting. We could make that room a nice looking room. Yeah. So I think we're just going to move it there permanently, work it up. And the AC, if that's the thing, we just can't have the bay doors open. I think people will enter in through the same way they did it when we used to do dinner down the hallway and just come through the front door. That way the door could stay closed, the AC could stay cool. But that's all going to come down to when I finally meet with somebody your husband put me in touch with.
Yeah.
Who claims I'm not standing by this yet. I'm gonna
not yet, but I'm pretty sure it's good.
I'm gonna have to see it to believe it. That he can clear now. He said he can clear the main event. So if he can clear the main event, the dinner's no problem.
The dinner will be
he thinks that he could clear out the smoke during the main event of the Great Smoke.
Yep.
So
because that was the one thing that we heard people like just in passing about, it being a little too smoky. And I know, obviously there was a lot more people this year and like you guys even raised the doors. It was pretty smoky in there. So I have confidence in this person that he put you in touch with. So
that's a big room to clear out, but if he could do it, man.
Yep.
Absolutely. Yeah. Well, I mean, I don't know what he charges. We have to get a sponsor that year. Clean Air brought to you by Demers Air Conditioning.
It should be them so they can get their name out there.
Well, Robert Air, he's an HVAC guy. I mean, it would make
sense. I'm telling you, it's crazy.
Fresh Air brought to you by Demers Mechanical.
Yeah, Kevin's always looking for like all these alternative things from these companies. And we even, when we were building our lounge, we got for not the Rabbit Airs, but the other filtration system we have, they paid for it by us doing videos showing about this fan system that they had, Fantech, like mind blowing.
I mean, look, that's one of the things we always really try to keep the ticket price reasonable. And honestly, when I look at what some of these other events charge and what they're getting for what they pay for, I still think ours is the best value out there anywhere in the country. Yeah. But, these improvements cost money, but I believe that no one gives a shit to pay an extra $10 if the experience is just going to be that much better. So,
well, it's the experience. I mean, you can't go anywhere to any other real cigar event in the United States like this, besides maybe a barn smoker, but that's a whole nother logistic thing too, because there's 3 or 4 of them now. And yours is in one spot every year, so people can actually plan a trip there, at the barn smoker, you don't know if you're going to be able to go to the Connecticut one or go to the Florida one or, or the Kentucky one, so trying to pre-plan for that is harder.
And nothing against the barn smoker, but that's just a completely different experience altogether.
All together. But I meant as far as like people making plans to come maybe for a little while, like you have built such an incredible thing that people come in, that's where they vacation, as well. It's like a big week and a half thing for them. Yeah. So that's impressive.
It's not a bad area in the country to be.
No, not at
all.
Time
of year. So without a doubt.
Agree.
One of the things we got to do next year too is we need to have a pop-up because, people don't understand. We went through a lot of people and didn't say anything till the week of, bought virtual tickets and didn't realize until either that their package arrived at their door and they're like, why did I get this? And then realize that I'm going to tell you something. I'm going to say it now. People don't realize what it entails to switch a ticket, especially if it's closer to the event. Forget it. It doesn't happen. Packages are already gone out, whatever. And we're just going to have to make a pop-up next year that they can't buy a ticket. It's going to slow the process down. But, I am buying a virtual ticket. I cannot switch this ticket. Or I'm buying, this is the ticket I'm committing to.
It's not transferable. Just, yeah.
Well, we say that anyway. And it's there.
Right. But you have to explain. Yeah.
It's not refundable or trip. I'm making a pop-up because this year we had more of that than I've seen any year ever. And I think a lot of it is because there were a lot of first-time people there this year.
Yeah.
A lot. At the dinner, I asked how many people were here for the first time. And
a lot.
I mean, I think it was like 30, close to 30.
It was a lot.
Which is a lot for a 250-person dinner. That's a lot of first-timers after 20 years. So there was a lot of people. I think it gets confusing. But,
Yeah, I noticed too when Kim and Paul were interviewing people, there was a lot of first-timers.
Yeah.
And there were some there that had been there pretty much from the start, which was really cool too to see them talk about it from the very beginning. So very nice. But the first timers, you had tons of first timers this year.
Yeah. So Alex, you wanted to say something, or you got some clips you wanted to show?
Yeah.
Alex is in zone.
Sorry. No, I'm here. Yeah,
Anyway.
So just when I was digging through stuff, it's hard to find clips and things. So I just figured, let me scour through Smoking Social, and I just found, honestly, clips of the people really make this day. Like you can really feel the day through looking at the people. So that's kind of what I did. And listen, if you're not, I just randomly found what I could find. The Great Smoke was a week ago, so scrolling through Smoking Social, you guys are active. To get back to a week ago is a lot. So
you're gonna get PM. Alex, why didn't you show my clip?
Exactly.
Yeah.
So there you go.
That's my favorite picture, was of you looking out. That was such a good picture. Great picture.
That picture.
Fantastic picture.
Yeah.
Captured that moment.
Fred Rui's a good undercover photographer. He is.
Yeah.
Look
at all those. Yeah, that was great pictures.
I gotta hide sometimes because if I gotta go up on stage, I'm standing out there, I get called. Hey, give me a minute. I'm like, I'm going up on stage, so I gotta hide. So I can just walk up on stage when I'm cued,
Yeah, those pictures. This is my big gripe when I see events. These empty event pictures where there's no one there. Every one of those pictures, there was a crowd. At some sort.
Yeah.
And that's like lots. Like, was it like 2,700 people?
Yeah, like bodies wise, we have between 27 and 3,000 somewhere in there.
I mean, that place was packed from start to finish. Is what I'm saying.
Just also, I want to put out a friendly reminder because you did the contest of wearing your jacket. A lot of people did follow instructions, some didn't. So videos probably aren't going to be the best way to showcase that you wore the jacket. It needs to be a photo. So if people could submit a photo and tag the TGS again, that would be awesome, because I noticed there was quite a few videos of people wearing the jackets and not photos.
You know, it seemed like they had fun doing that too.
They loved it. Oh, people were doing the glam bot too.
Everywhere. Yeah. I mean, look, I was supposed to wear that jacket, and I don't know, you know, I wore a costume a few times, but being the 20th anniversary, you know, I just want to be more prim and proper. And I said, you know, I'm not going to wear this jacket. And it was hot too. It was a heavy jacket. That jacket was heavy. Yeah. And I just said, you know what? Let's just have a contest. Let's just throw it out there and let people have fun passing it around. And it went around. People had fun doing it.
It definitely did. And a lot of people did the glam bots. I noticed there was probably like 7 or 8 people in the glam bot videos that had the jackets on. We're just enjoying it. It was great.
Now, Kevin made a comment earlier about the glam bot, about not knowing what to do. Now, I just want to tell you something. Because I had a problem with them last year. And we got a little break on the price this year because it was fuck up last year. The first thing, I did it the Friday before, but the Friday it was the text. So they said you had to do this tomorrow morning because the actual people. And I literally walked up to them and they greeted me. I said, no, I'm not me right now. I'm a consumer. Walk me up. I want you to treat me like a consumer. I want to hear what the fuck you're going to say. I want to experience it the way a consumer would. And they told me it's going to do this, it's going to do this, make a couple of poses. I don't know why they fucking didn't do that all day.
No, so even when we walked up, luckily, obviously, Kevin and I had discussed, I said, you want to start off to the side, you have to make intentional motions and know where the camera is. And if they would have told people, this is where the camera starts and this is where the camera is going to end, it would have looked 1,000% better. Not that people look bad, it's just, you could tell they were awkward.
They ran it through and they say, this is how the camera's going to move. They did it.
Yeah.
And it came back. I said, okay, are you ready now? 3, 2, 1. So I don't know why they stopped doing that.
They did. Even the people before. Plus, they had some technical difficulty. Like there were some glitches, like getting it up and running. Because the people before us, it took like 10 minutes for them to get it back up and running. So I'm not sure how often it went down because of the amount of glam bots there were this year versus the other year. Last year were way less. You know, so I'm not sure if they were having issues or not. So that was the only thing. But Kevin, like I did some research because I'm like, that glam bot thing, like I saw it also at the Grammys and stuff. And I was like, you can do some really cool stuff with it's not like the circle one. The glam bot's a little different. So Kevin really did a good job. I was actually very impressed with his glam bot. There was quite a few that did some really good stuff. I love the ones that understood it and with the smoke and it was like timed perfectly. You know, I just felt bad for some of the other people because they were like standing there waiting for instruction and you know they didn't get any. You know what? Maybe we'll have like Kevin come a day early next year and come to the event site and do a glam bot tutorial. Yeah, that would be perfect. That's awesome. Because Kevin's all like, look at me. Get your glam bot. Get your glam bot on. I can just think, this is Kevin Shane from Chicago Problem. We're going to teach you how to use the glam bot today. Good. I like that. That would be funny. I gotta put that on my notes. Alex, also, do you want to show the video of Kevin in his glorious outfit? I have Kevin's
glorious elephant thing.
Yes.
Here we go.
I don't know if that made the live broadcast.
It made the live broadcast cut off, like so you really couldn't see what he was actually doing. Yeah. So I videoed it as she was talking because I was like, I know he's doing something stupid. Watching it moving.
That is just the best reaction ever. Get out of here, Kevin.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Go away. But he was doing it to everybody. Like he was walking up and like, but it was it was soft, so you couldn't really feel it at first. And then people would turn around and be like, what the fuck is going on? And people had fun with it. It was fun. It was good.
We did. Also, at the end of the event, we announced our theme for next year. And I know I say it every year, but I'm telling you, I think next year's going to be the best one ever. Because if you stick around to the end, which I really don't know why you don't stick around to the end of this thing. There's really, I mean, it's one of the funnest parts of the event, and you get to find out what the theme is next year. But if you don't know what the theme is next year, do you have a video of it or not?
I do.
Let's run it.
And now it's time to reveal the theme for 2027 It's going to be a good one. I'm telling you, I'm excited about this one, and you'll know why. Let's find out what the theme for 2027, The Great Smoke, is.
I can't wait.
Arabian Nights.
So
sounds like
great
one
thing.
person screaming there.
Yeah.
You know, there's an Arabian Nights cigar coming out this year, which could be.
We already talked about it.
Okay, cool.
And I when he told me about it, I'm like, bro, that's our theme for next
Yeah,
year.
yeah, it's a big release for Asylum. Yeah, so yeah.
I there's one point of that clip that I can't unhear now. That's I got to address. Right before it goes to video, you hear Paul go, "I can't wait."
Yeah. Oh, I heard that.
Motherfucker, you are the big question mark every year.
Yeah.
Is Paul going to be able to make it? You can't wait. You're the one to conflict with any Paul dates. The
Do you
Great
know why?
Smoke.
You know why Paul was the only one on stage who didn't know what it was? He didn't come to the
There's
run
no
through on
point.
Friday. He didn't come to the run.
Exactly.
Michael Hercott, Kim knew it because they saw it when we did the run through on Friday.
That's funny. I can't wait. It's like Disney for him.
It's a big question mark every year.
Kevin, ouch.
Kevin.
Ouch.
Yeah.
Ouch.
They make films for that, Kevin.
I know. Yeah.
But I've been working on this for a couple months now, and I have already the vision for everything inside. I have already been working on. I've never provided a DJ a playlist. I actually have a Middle Eastern channel locked in on my iPhone, and when I hear a song, I just add it to the playlist.
Nice.
For Arabian Nights. So I'm really excited about this.
I am too. You know, now that I've spent a little time in that part of the world, I think there's so much that could be done with that.
A lot.
Yeah.
A lot. You know,
Yeah.
so yeah.
The hard part is going to be for you narrowing it down to like key things because there is so much.
Someone Abe had the Arabian theme when we were doing the show. By the way, someone did have it. I think.
What do you mean? We were doing what show?
Remember we did the contest for people to say themes for the Great Smoke. There was someone who had it.
Did I ever get that list from you yet?
No, but I have it. So I just didn't send it to you with everything going on with the Great Smoke, but I have it. I pulled it into a spreadsheet too.
The same company who has the elephants has the camels. So he actually.
I'm making one request.
Wait on. That was actually one of his substitutions when the elephant was supposedly dying and couldn't come. He's like,
I assume camel.
He goes, we got camels. Marissa's like, hold that for next year.
Yeah, I assume that. But I got one request, Dave. I have one request.
Okay.
A real Turkish coffee station.
Oh, I like that too.
A real with the sand shit, whatever that shit they did.
Oh, yeah.
It's super easy.
Yeah.
It's super easy.
Yeah. Yeah. My son, when he was over in Qatar and Afghanistan, he got to have a lot of like different Turkish coffees and stuff. So that's why he wants to come to the Great Smoke because he loves the theme. He's like, oh, I hope the food is exactly like it is over there. And because he fell in love being over there. He loved the food, the culture. So people I think are going to be super excited about this.
Cooper got some news.
I got news.
Oh, God, man, we've been japping away. Forgot about segments altogether. It's time to find out from our dear friend William the Scoop Cooper. Always teaser and rumor free. What is going on in our industry today? It's time for the Scoop with Coop.
Hey, yo, what's my theme music?
The Scoop with Coop. Breaking industry news. Hear it first on KMA Talk Radio and cigar-coop.com.
before you start, I actually joked about this, bringing in like 50 tons of sand. I think the fairgrounds has had their limits with confetti. I don't think they're ever letting
I was
it.
going to say, we're on thin ice with the confetti. They tolerate us with the confetti as it is.
What's going on this week, Coop?
All right. So at the PCA trade show this year, the past few years they've done a hand roll film preview for the people. And the last few years they've been doing like a docu-series focusing on different people and different companies. We found out officially, I was hearing this for a while, but now it is official, because Josh confirmed this from PCA. The hand roll movie this year will be Padron. So that's a big one. They're most likely this is being tied in with the 100th birthday of what would have been 100th birthday for Jose Orlando Padron this year. So that's his birthday's technically June 10th, but they're going to run the film. I was hearing this on and off for a while if it was going to happen or not, but it is happening. So that will be the film this year. I think this is going to be a good one. I've still not seen the one that I'm in, by the way. I've seen clips of it, but I have not seen the one I'm in. But I know I'm in it because I was sent a couple of clips of it. So that was the Julio Rose.
One of the past ones, Coop?
What was that?
One of the past ones?
Yeah, the Julio Aurora one. I was in it.
I have to go back and look.
Oh, no, it's not out there yet.
Oh, it's not out.
So
I thought you were talking about it was one of the past ones that they've already filmed and put out.
They showed a preview of it, right, last year. But what happened is I was supposed to be in that preview, but the governor of Louisiana decided to come in. And they cut the preview short. And I'm in the second half of the film, not the first half. So I didn't get to see it yet in person. But they've done a Pete Johnson one. They've done a J.C. Newman one as well. So
I've
now
seen those two. Yeah.
Yeah. Yep. So now they're going to be doing the Padron one this year. So that's going to be a pretty big one. Don't have any info yet what they're doing for the 100th anniversary. I'm assuming there'll be a cigar, but they haven't mentioned anything about it yet.
All right. What else you got going on?
Speaking of Asylum, every year they have done this, what they call the April Fool's cigar. Which is a 90 by 9 cigar. In the past few years, they've taken that April Fool's cigar and they decided to do that as their Chinese New Year cigar. So this year, the Asylum April Fool's cigar is the Year of the Horse. So it's going to come in these 6-count boxes. Not too much is known about the blend, but it's mostly Honduran from what I've been able to understand. They make it at the factory in Honduras. And that's going to go for $47 a cigar.
What?
Yep.
$47 a cigar?
Is that known? Are they known? Like, are the other
an April Fool's joke?
No, that's real. They were 45. They went up $2 from 45 last. No, this is real. You know, I smoked the big 134 ring gauge cigar, and that was $125. There's a lot of tobacco in those cigars. That's what they
sell.
You can get a Woody for $50.
Yeah, the Woody is more on length. I think it's 20 inches by something like 60 or something like that.
These will all be sold out, though.
They sell them out. They sell them out every year.
Try 80.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I think so. I think it used to be 100.
They narrowed it.
Yeah.
I've smoked the 90 by 9 too, and when you get 80 is something you can do. After 80, you can't get the thing, and it's hard to get the thing in your mouth. Actually.
Listen, I've been smoking the Circos, and I don't think even with that belly coast with tip, and I could smoke it. I don't think I'm ever getting past the 60.
Yeah, it's tough. Yeah, it is tough.
There are just some people who like those huge cigars, and it's that's a big cigar.
Yeah, Robert De Niro and Cape Fear. That was about it.
Yeah, I'll take it off to Christian and his team down there. They construct the cigar well. It actually has flavors that are good. It's just a tough experience to smoke, is what I'll just say. But a testament to the factory, what they're doing there. I think it is a very good thing that they've been able to make cigars that actually taste good and are well constructed. So,
and I was going to say well constructed would.
They are well constructed.
Yeah,
yeah. But you can't get those 90. It's just not going to fit in a mouth. I don't care how big your mouth is.
Yeah, or not look ridiculous doing it.
Yeah,
I think 70s look ridiculous. I mean, to be honest with you, 80s look ridiculous. I mean, that's just my personal take. There's nothing wrong with it, and we sell them.
Right?
We sell them. Customers buy them. But
Lunatic makes it a Bellicoso, the 80, right? So that's something where you can actually cut it. You can use a cutter because these 90s and 100 ring guitars, you can't cut them right with a cutter. You have to kind of use other means to do it.
Right.
Yeah.
But at least I know that Lunatic with the Bellicosa tip is you can cut it and it's manageable. You can cut it to a point where it is manageable in your mouth. So
Right. But there are some people who like have massive hands. They're big guys. That looks completely normal for them to smoke that. When they smoke like a Robusto, it looks like a toothpick in their hand, you know? So sometimes it does balance out.
Yeah. It's true. It's true. So but they sell them. They sell these every year, and apparently they've already been selling them. They already started. The retailers are already buying them for these year of the horse.
Crazy.
So
what else you got going on, Coop?
Well, okay, moving over. America 250 anniversary this year. So there was another America 250 anniversary cigar announced. This one's coming from Hoya de Nicaragua, and it's a limited edition to their Hoya series called Red, White, and Blue. It does not feature American tobacco. So that's it's a Habano wrapper over Nicaraguan tobaccos in a 6x52 Toro. So they have now joined the whole America 250 thing. From what I understand, this is a 500 box run that's coming for this one. Now, it's going to be offered to the U.S. market only, of course.
The first one I knew about was J.C. Newman. But that's just a regular American cigar. They're just putting a 250 label on it, correct?
Yeah, but also, Abe, the important thing too is J.C. Newman is actually the only one with the official America 250 logo and rights and licensing.
Yeah, I think the last show we talked about Fratello is doing one. They are putting American tobacco in. I know Espinosa is doing another Independence Day Warhead, so that's going to have that in there. So Aladino has one.
I feel like. Do some of these guys, I don't know. I feel like some of these just feel like a money.
Spit it out, bro. Spit it out.
Like these, look, certain companies, I get it. Listen, Eric's an American. Nick Perdomo's an American. He's an American. You know what I mean? I don't know. Hoya de Nicaragua, I don't feel like, the most American, you know what I mean? The oldest cigar factory in Nicaragua. It just doesn't have an American kind of just jumping on board, it feels like.
Oh, there's going to be a lot of jumping on board.
Of course. So my question is, do they not realize or just don't give a fuck that
they only made 500 boxes? Here's the thing: they only made 500 boxes.
Yeah.
They don't care because they know there's going to be a handful of retailers who are going to think this is the coolest shit on earth.
Yeah.
And they're going to move they're going to sell those 500 boxes to those retailers, whether those retailers ever sell them to a consumer or not.
And even like Omar, guy worked for NASA. Makes sense. You know what I mean? Makes sense.
And he's putting American tobacco. He's putting American tobacco in that blend too. Yeah.
Omar's American.
Yeah.
Some of it's like.
Right.
I said there was
with
going to be. I said an over under for 10.5. These American 250 cigars.
Chris,
take the over.
What's the count? Wait, what's the count?
I think 5 we have.
You can't do that. You would have a very unenjoyable cigar.
It has been done.
Tobacco that's grown in America,
but it's tough. Yeah, the American, the JC American does it.
Yeah, it has a.
Well, they use the Corona tobacco, the FSG.
Yes,
yeah,
FSG, and which can be blended in a filler blend, but you can't make it all.
And Jeff grows a limited amount.
Yeah,
like especially if depending on the weather, if the crop, there's been times where. They've had issues, so the FSG is very sparse sometimes.
We've been to the JC Newman factory. It's not an exaggeration when we tell you there's 4 people rolling the Americans.
Yeah,
4.
Which is when I was there was 1 when I was there.
Yeah. See, sometimes there's only like it's.
When I say 4, I mean 2 groups.
A woman.
It's not even
2. Yeah, 2 groups of 2.
Yeah, 2 groups of 2 are making the American.
Yeah. I mean,
very
so.
True.
So I still think Newman is going to come out with something special for the 250, and they haven't revealed it yet. That's my guess. I think they're going to do something. I'd be shocked if they don't.
Could be
interesting.
Yeah, could be.
What else you got going on, Cooper?
Actually, this came out right before the Great Smoke, the announcement. But Perdomo has a new line that they're bringing to the trade show this year. It is really what they're calling their first limited line. But it's not going to be limited in the sense of one and done. It's going to be an annual or biannual, or semi-annual, limited release. So we got once or twice a year, but it will be limited production. It's an extension of the Legacy, and it's called Father and Son. The Legacy Father and Son. And you can see that size. It's kind of a figurado. And I actually saw this in person because I was over at the office when I was down in Miami.
Hold on, leave that picture up there for a second.
Yeah.
I want to remove this banner. There it is. That wasn't sure it was like a Solomon tip or not. There you go.
It's a box press figurado.
What's that Rocky Patel size?
Bala?
The Bala.
Yeah, it almost looks
but
like
this is box press. This is box press.
Oh,
so
is it box press? I can't tell. From
that's the part you can't really see with that. Maybe it's a little closer to the Aroa 1118 is what I would look at. But again, this is box press. So when you see it in person, it's a very beautiful cigar. And what they did is it's father and son collaboration. So there are 3 wrappers. Nicholas Perdomo III blended the Maduro. His father blended the Shade Grown, which his father hasn't worked with the Shade Grown because when they used it was on Nicholas's cigar. And then the Connecticut is a joint version that they're doing. So the way they both kind of worked on that together. So this is going to come out, like I said, once or twice a year. I think the price points they're still finalizing, but Nicholas told me it was going to be around $15. So I thought, and by the way, when you see the green, it's actually 2 shades of green on that thing, which is really cool. The pictures again probably don't do the justice of the 2 shades of green. Like the Legacy and the secondary banner are slightly different shades, but really looks good. So this is going to be launched at the trade show, and then probably I'll have a nationwide launch later in the year. I think there's going to be an early release after the trade show, but then it's going to go. It will be out later in the year. So I think this is going to be another big hit for them.
You know, I'm close with the Perdomo family. I love Nick, Arthur, Janine, Nick III, and they're great people. I respect Nick because Nick was, when I was just getting in the business, Nick was just getting started, and I've seen that company grow. But I gotta tell you, man, I don't think there's a better testament to just a machine of a company. This company is just a machine. They have a format, they work it. We come out usually with 3 wrappers in a new line. They have 3 wrappers in a new line. They have the merchandising down. They don't get into these drops or these weird things.
No.
They don't do anything fancy. In fact, the one year where they made a TGS release, I literally had to help them because they don't mess with stuff like this.
It's not. It's not. Yeah.
They have this streamlined process that they stick to, and they don't advertise an aficionado. They don't get rated by aficionado. They don't care. They just do their shit, and the company is growing every year. They're a dominant brand everywhere I go. I don't think I've ever met a retailer. I mean, there's always that one, but that doesn't say, yeah, we sell a lot of Perdomo. It's just a machine of an operation.
They are the most organized company I deal with.
And I'm going to tell you something. Great Smoke. Great Smoke. Hold on. Great Smoke. As far back as I can remember, because we literally shoot out all the forms and paperwork the same day. Every year, the first company we get back, within 30 minutes of us sending the email. Never a question, never an issue, never a bump. We don't hear from them until we see them the morning of the Great Smoke. Pretty much the only company I could say that about. Really.
No,
they are a
really got to see
well-oiled,
the power
organized
of the
operation.
machine through COVID. If they were having issues through COVID,
that was the second coming. You know what the first coming was?
I'm talking about for me.
Yeah.
That's when
the first coming for them was S-Chip.
Oh, yeah.
S-Chip, because what happened with Perdomo was a big hit as a small company where they were really kind of in a still boutique state. And I'll never forget, because I did a factory tour early on in my career with them. Because everything he made was box pressed. Everything when he first came out. It was all box pressed cigars. And they were having a construction problem. And, it was pretty prolific. Like all the retailers were talking about it. And I don't know, it went on for a few years and Perdomo kind of died down. And then they just went to all the rounds, right? They got rid of all the box pressed cigars. They went to rounds. Champagne first came out. And that was first. And at first, it wasn't just Champagne that had color cello. They all had colored cello. They had a Cameroon that was like a silver celloed, and then they streamed it down to where just Champagne kept the colored cello on the Champagne, and obviously for reasons of Champagne, Cristal, and the colored wrapping. But during COVID, when every manufacturer raised their price, right? Because all of a sudden they were going to get like a 40 cent difference on what they were paying to import cigars. It was going to go up about 41 cents. And every manufacturer raised their price. And just like anytime you have a situation like this, every manufacturer will call you and say, hey, what are so-and-so doing? What's everybody else doing? Because they don't want to rock the boat, be too much. Nick was the only one that says, hey, man, we're not changing our pricing.
Yeah.
And I even think he might have lowered some of his pricing at that point. And they made these T-shirts, and they made these hats about him doing it, and it resonated with everybody. That was the first, it caught traction. And I think that's where the Perdomo Army actually may have started with then. Buy it. And then you're right. Then during COVID, again, that
Just
was
the availability of their cigars during that time was, they had it under control. At least from how it appeared from us, you could get product.
Yeah, because our cigar of the month got jeopardized because we never had it that far in advance. All of a sudden, we're calling people. We don't have nothing. We don't have nothing. We don't have nothing. And that's why, today now, I got 15 to 20 items always in the queue no matter what.
Right.
So at least in a catastrophic situation, I can make it 6 months, 5 months, So, testament to really them, the family and the company. Kudos to them. Anything else you got going on, Coop, this week?
One last thing, and this kind of also happened at the end of last week. Davidoff's adding a new black band to their black band series. It's the Black Band Puro Dominicano. Puro Dominicano is a brand they've had.
That's an old release.
I've been told it's an old release, but it's a new blend, is what I've been told.
That name was used. That was one of my favorite annual releases. They made a Puro Dominicano.
Right, it was an annual. It was a limited. Yes.
Yep. Yeah, but they have a new blend, and now they're putting it into the Black Label series. I kind of thought they should have maybe gave it another name, but that's their call on that. So that's going to be the fifth black band, or fourth black band, I should say, in there. And they're coming out in 3 sizes.
Like the Maduro? Are you starting at $50 like the Maduro?
No, 1980 to 2550. But they're not large sizes. Short Robusto, Corona Lager, and Perfecto they're doing.
That's still a good price point.
It's not a bad price point, but it's not terrible. It's like I said, they're a little small, but they're not terrible. They're not terrible. So that's going to be. They needed something in black band. It's almost been 10 years since they released a new black band. So they did a couple limiteds in the black band, but not. This is going to be a regular offering in the black band.
Well, for more information, stay up to date every week. Please visit our friend over at cigar-coop.com. Industry news, always teaser and rumor free. There we go. I got a question for you, Coop, because I was actually in a car ride with Gary Brooks yesterday, and he bought up Warped cigars, which for us as a retailer is a gone brand. He had his spotlight now. I feel like he's just selling cigars subscription out of his garage and whatnot. Nothing bad about the cigars, but it's just not a retailer brand as far as I'm concerned. And then another one that came to mind while we're talking about, because I was looking for examples. He's kind of like, and this came to mind. I haven't heard this name probably in the last 5, maybe definitely not post COVID, but maybe go over that before. I haven't heard this name. I haven't seen one person post. I'm actually questioning whether this guy's actually still in the industry. He may be. It's just completely fell off the radar. Steve Farkas.
Steve Farkas.
Do you even know what brand I'm talking about, Coop?
No, I don't. Andre Farkas. Andre Farkas?
Andre.
He's still around.
Look, I forgot his first name. How bad is that?
He's still around. Yes, he's still around.
Are they still making cigars, Viaje?
Yes.
Oh, damn.
They don't have the buzz they used to. In fact, they got on the CA list last year.
I don't see or hear nothing anymore, because he used to have drops around Thanksgiving that always caused a lot of buzz. And we even tried to carry the brand for a while, but his model was terrible.
I think that Viaje, that Ezra Zion kind of model. I think that
Ezra Zion is still very strong and nomadic.
Zion's a whole different animal. But Andre was running his company like, I'm just going to make shit, bring it in, and then just sell it to anybody who wants it. So you never could order. You never knew what you're going to get. And I can't run a retail business like that.
It was kind of like he was trying to do an appointed merchant model, but you really weren't an appointed merchant, if that made sense. And because you didn't know what you were going to get, it was all small batch. See, James Brown's figured out the small batch model, how to do it.
Mhm.
He knows how to do it. There's times of the year where certain things are coming out. That's the way to do it. Yeah. But yeah, Andre hasn't been at the trade show in a few, but he has been dropping. I still get notifications of some releasing stuff, and he made the CA list.
I have some old Viaje. I haven't had a new Viaje, and I can't even remember when. I have some of the old stuff.
I really wasn't even sure if he was still around. Just curious.
No, he is. He is.
I figure you would know more than me.
No, he is still around. He's definitely still around.
Hold on. Dude, there's no universe in which Viaje is still big.
He's got a cult following.
Yeah, that's not big.
But it can't be that big. I agree with you.
Wait,
There's no way
it's not big. Scott. It was Scott Farkas. That's who you hit. The bully from Christmas Story.
I've been trying to get Andre back on my show, actually, and I haven't been successful.
The bully from the Christmas Story.
He's non-existent.
I mean, he's tough to get hold of. I mean, I've had a good relationship with him, but he's just tough. Sometimes I reach out to him, I hear back from him for months, and then I get a reply back. You know, it's not.
That name hasn't entered my mind it has to be 6 to 7 years.
Yeah, but it's like what Alex said too about like Ezra Zion. Like I'm a huge Ezra Zion fan, but like you, it's kind of a cult following. There's not that many people who are going around smoking Ezra Zion.
But I know, but Ezra Zion is in my opinion, like relevant. Even though we don't carry the brand, we don't deal with anything with them.
Yeah.
I hear about it. I hear people talk about it. I'll see pictures of their cigars here and there. Guy has been off the grid completely. I mean, I haven't seen nothing. Not even a post. I'm in like 100 groups, cigar groups. I don't see a post about it.
And listen, and I travel around the more cigar shops than you do.
You definitely do, yeah.
And I rarely see a box on a shelf anywhere.
Yeah.
Even at a place like Smoke on the Water, who has shit thrown around everywhere. It's not
really.
There are certain Viaje releases that are still sought after, like the shotgun shells, some of the.
By their cult following.
Thanksgiving time.
Skull and Bones, some of the Skull and
But
Bones.
that's what I'm saying, Coop. It's the same probably 100 people that are hunting him down.
Yeah.
Right.
You know,
I mean, they used to be like so popular on my website, but it's gone down.
I used to get emails. Are you going to get this? Are you going to get this? You know,
not anymore.
Done. Off the radar. Interesting.
Yeah.
Anyways, saving tail of the tape for next week. Did you even do yours, Alex?
I did not. I'm not done.
I'm done.
I'll be ready next week. I'll be ready.
We're gonna do it next week. We'll be back with Name That Jam next week. We'll be back with Would You Rather next week.
Everything.
Alex's vacation is over. So
he doesn't understand what it's like trying to fucking scroll through 5 hours of one YouTube video for a 3
I wish I would have known you were doing that because I had already done it and put it in Nina's folder.
Kevin posted it on his page.
What? No, not his. Oh, the other stuff.
You mean
I had to go
the others?
Yeah.
But I clipped them the other
when we
day.
go out, don't click out right away. It's a very special outro. It's the outro that everybody misses at the Great Smoke every year.
Oh, how did you get it? I thought they cut it. Somebody's video?
No, it's in there. That's in there all the way at the end. But I'm just saying they cut the confetti pop. It's in there at the end at the post credit.
Well, thanks for joining us, everybody. We had a nice crowd today. I hope we enjoyed your Saturday morning, shared a cigar with us. And until next week, everybody, keep it lit.
Hey, cut. That was easy.
What the heck?
Hey, we're the real ghosts. Hey, everybody. Ian Duffy here. I was told I was needed for some voiceovers. Hello? Hello? Man, where is everybody?